Hey everybody, this is Charles Blair, the Mad Scientist, with another Mastermind Student Extraordinaire,
Jeff Johnson.
Now, Jeff is at a property that, man, if you're talking about creativity, this deal has a lot of creative elements. Jeffrey, what area are we in right now?
Right now we're in the Forest Park area, outside of Catonsville.
So we're in Forest Park right now, beautiful homeowner neighborhood. If you get anything in this area, you need to grab it as quickly as possible. Well, actually, that's okay. Don't do anything in Forest Park. We don't want you in Forest Park.
Jeff's in Forest Park.
Exactly, Jeff's in Forest Park, so we don't want you in Forest Park. So we're gonna go ahead on the inside, and when we come back out, we're gonna talk about the numbers that count. Let's go ahead inside. Now, as you can see, guys, this is a fantastic opportunity. I know Jeff planned on making this a rental. Jeff, how did this property come about?
Well, actually, I own the property clear for free, so I've decided to turn it to a rental.
Okay, now, Jeff is being a little bit modest because when we first came through this deal, we tried to figure out what's the best way to utilize this property while at the same time building his portfolio. And what we came to the conclusion, and this is where, when it comes to being a transaction engineer, he had this property free and clear and it was just sitting there. So I came up with the solution of, why don't we just basically do a HELOC on this property, use the money from the HELOC to rehab it, rent the property out, and now we have a perfectly rented property where the actual tenant is paying the low mortgage amount that we're going to have, because the property will actually rent in the upwards of $1,500, but the mortgage payment is going to be roughly $300-400. So let's go over the numbers that count. Now, how much did you put into this property when it comes to fixing it up?
About $35,000.
Okay, so he's got $35,000 in this property. Remember, it's free and clear. So $35,000 in, what you looking at as far as renting it out? How much you think it'll rent for?
About at least $1,700.
So I would say estimate being between $1,500 and $1,700. Now think about this: $35,000 in, $1,500 to $1,700 rental. What is going to be your mortgage payment on that $3,500?
Probably
$35,000. I'm sorry.
Well, probably about $300 maybe, if that much.
So look at these numbers: $300, $350, if that much mortgage payment. The property will cash flow at $1,500 to $1,700. Now you're talking about $1,200 at least of cash flow. Now the key to this is it's only a $35,000 mortgage on this property, which means the tenant can pay it off, and then you got a property that's free and clear. Not to mention there's a HELOC on this property that's at a total amount of that. How much are you able to pull out of that total HELOC?
About $87,000.
So that means you're going to take the rest of the money and buy more real estate.
I'm take the rest and buy another house.
Now, that strategy is simple. What's left over, you take it and you put it into another rental, and then you refinance and pull the money back out and use it over and over and over again. Really, you're getting into your properties with zero money out of pocket after the first property. That's what I call being a transaction engineer. This is Charles Blair, the mad scientist, with Mastermind Student extraordinaire,
Jeff Johnson.
and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.